All right, here we are at our final installment, and we're definitely saving the biggest topic for last, the future. We've spent a lot of time establishing what AI training looks like today, but the ground is already shifting under our feet. The question isn't if you should train for AI anymore. The real question is, how are you going to adapt for what's coming right around the corner?
So just a quick heads up, this is the grand finale, part 15 of our 15-part series. Everything we're talking about comes from a really in-depth report by Virtualization Options LLC. Now, obviously, we're just scratching the surface here, so if you want the whole story, you got to check out the full report. So throughout this whole series, we've really dug into the current state of AI training, especially those deep divides and how different organizations approach it. We know it's here, it's not some far-off concept anymore. But that just begs the real question, doesn't it? What's the next chapter? Where is all of this going? To even begin to answer that, we have to start by looking at the entire training landscape, which is, well, it's evolving at lightning speed. The methods that worked yesterday might be totally obsolete tomorrow. In fact, the report projects some pretty huge adaptations are going to be needed over the next 5 years just to keep up. And that leads us right into the nuts and bolts of it, the actual new ways we're going to be learning. The research points to these massive shifts, not just in what we learn, but in how we're trained for a future that's completely intertwined with AI. The old classroom model? Yeah, that's changing, big time. The report really zeroes in on 4 key trends that are driving all this change. We're talking about a move away from those one-off workshops and toward continuous learning platforms that are always accessible. Ethics training is getting a huge upgrade with immersive, scenario-based learning, so you can actually practice making tough calls. Governance is being taught through these cool interactive simulations, and maybe the biggest game changer of all, learning paths are becoming super personalized for each individual.
Now this is where it gets really interesting. Let's just take one of those trends, personalized learning. You'd think it means the same thing for everyone, right? Nope. For a company focused on shareholder value, personalization is all about squeezing every last drop of efficiency out of a role to get a nice, measurable return on investment. But for a customer-focused organization, it's about equipping that employee to adapt to what individual customers actually need, all to make the experience better. It's the exact same tool, but with 2 completely different missions.
Okay, the next huge force that's going to shape the future of training is, you guessed it, regulation. We are walking straight into an era where AI governance isn't just a nice-to-have or a best practice, it's fast becoming the law of the land. So let's take a little peek over that compliance horizon. This timeline does a great job of showing how this is all going to escalate. It kicks off as early as 2025 with things like the EU AI Act, which is going to mandate a basic level of AI literacy. Basically, you need to know what the tools you're using actually do. But from there, the research predicts it's going to ramp up fast. We're talking mandatory certifications for people in high-risk AI roles, then legally required refresher courses, and eventually super-specific regulations for different industries. The training requirements are only going to get bigger and bigger.
So, faced with all these new rules, how do our 2 types of companies respond? Well, it's a perfect contrast. The shareholder value organization, they're aiming for what the report calls minimum viable compliance. They're going to do just enough to check the boxes, avoid fines, and mitigate risk. But the customer-focused company, they see this as a golden opportunity. They're going to aim to go above and beyond the minimums to build trust, and then use that commitment to ethics as a real competitive advantage. Okay, so you've got these massive trends on one hand and a rising tide of regulation on the other. How in the world do you prepare for all that? Well, the good news is the report offers a really clear path forward. It lays out some key recommendations to help you future-proof your AI training strategy, no matter what your organization's focus is.
And here's the thing. It boils down to 3 steps that really work for everyone. First, build for continuous learning. Get away from one-off events and move to platforms that are always on. Second, get ready for those regulations to change by making your training modular and super easy to update. And third, and this might be the most important one, make sure your training strategy is totally aligned with your purpose. It has to authentically serve your core mission. Don't just copy and paste someone else's plan. You know, I think this quote from the report just perfectly sums up the whole mindset shift that's needed. It says, "The organizations that thrive in AI-augmented futures will be those that view training not as a cost center, but as strategic capability development essential for sustained success." It's not an expense on a balance sheet. It's a core investment in your company's ability to even compete, let alone succeed.
And that brings us to the end of this explainer, and the end of our whole series. And it really leaves us with one last really critical question to chew on. When you look at your own organization, is your training strategy genuinely preparing your team for the future of work, or is it still stuck training them for the work of yesterday? That's something to think about. Thanks so much for joining us.